Is it on yet? Oh yes, I said. Okay.
Yes,
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 it's on.
it is. Right.
Mhm.
Yes, so that feeling of emperor,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I really like it that it fits in with your heritage, that you're actually a
Yeah.
descendant of the Emperor of China.
Yeah.
So
As long
that
as
gives you even more permission to feel that kind of rapture, to feel that pity.
exactly. Yeah. Not so much about the subjugation of the actual subjugation and the warfare, but about like for viewers who are just catching on. It's more about like the confidence and the absolute authority of the emperor.
Yes, and you do have, now that you recognize that, you do have absolute authority over all of those bad feelings that used to be the boss.
Yes. I mean, for me, it's, in addition to the bad feelings, it's also what I would call the obsessive feelings. Because, context, right? So, just to, bring back about, like, I've met, like, so for viewers, for context of some of the viewers out there, if anybody's watching, so pretty much, I told Dhammarato that I was basically seeing a girl for just, like, the first 2 weeks. We've gone on, like, two like I guess like dinner dates. So what I'm seeing now is, sometimes I can get a little obsessive. Like the mind likes to travel into the future. And
That's an understatement.
I know, so grossly misunderstood. So yes, understated exactly. And so I've been, for me, it's not so much the bad feelings. For me, it's I have to be on guard against the obsessive, future feelings. So picking up from what we discussed last time, I try to, I guess, strike a balance. I'm not sure how well I'm holding this balance, but I try to strike a balance between being proactive and to future thinking. So I like focus on the present, and when we're finished, I will say, "Oh yes, we should do this next time," or when we text, I'm confident. I let her know exactly how much I appreciate her. Like every time, I will say like, "Oh, it's really nice to hear from you. Like it's a great start of the day," or like things like that. So I try to strike
Hmm.
a balance. But like we said last time, I try my best. I show my interest. If it doesn't work, so be it, because it's part of right view. Because we don't know what will happen next. So I'm having fun like practicing, to say the least.
Great, great, great. So, what's her name?
Well, Maria.
Maria.
Yeah,
Okay. Surprisingly enough, we can tell a lot, and I bet that she's not Chinese with that name.
she's actually half Chinese. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's fun. I mean, for me, it's because it's like sometimes like she's a like delayed texter. So for me, when I like text, I like boom, like I text like I speak, and so for me, it's definitely a fun game to practice. It's just like, oh, patience, patience. It's worth it though. I feel like.
Good. I'm glad to hear you, Willie. I really do have a lot of pleasure when I talk to students who show that they've gotten some Dhamma. That's really great. I
I
love
sure
it.
hope
I
so.
really do. I love your enthusiasm.
Yeah, so I mean, everything is fun. Like right now, it's just like I think you really given me like a priceless gift, which is yeah, like the rapture and the joy. It's actually really fun. It feels like just like turning on the webcam is also like a practice in itself because it's fun. It's like we've had so many joyful conversations that like just I feel like the webcam session has been associated, like some joy has been associated with the actual webcam session. So it's great. Like yeah. Mhm.
Very pleased. Very pleased.
But like I think
And
this,
go
like
ahead.
one thing that I probably should also practice is I feel like also listening is also a good form of practice because I felt like sometimes I like to talk a lot and actually I don't end up listening a lot. So that's something that's also worth exploring, just to have the mind stay still and just listen and really try to take in what the other person is saying. That's also something worth trying as well. Yeah.
That's actually, if I have not mentioned that to you before, I apologize. So, because we should have talked about that. That in fact, listening is a major part of being here now when we're with other people.
Mm.
And when other people are talking, we should listen to what they have to say as part of the here now that we're experiencing.
Mm.
And so we focus in on what they say. And I do that with my students. I listen to what they say. When I'm even talking, I watch what they're doing,
Right.
making sure that they understand, making sure that they smile and nod at the right time and things like that.
Right.
Or if they look confused or something. And
Right.
sometimes it takes a while to get through to a student. I have, in fact, just this very issue of coming out of the thoughts and coming to the present moment and how to do that
Hmm.
sometimes takes 10 minutes for me to describe it, and then finally then the smile will come. Until then they're just all frowns and I don't know how to do that, and it's so easy. It's so easy to do, and yet it's so foreign for most people, or let us say at least for some people,
Hmm.
to understand that they do not have to obsess with thoughts,
Right.
even if that's the word that he would use the word obsessing. And I
Hmm.
said, okay, but you don't have to obsess.
Hmm. Right.
All you have to do is remember
Hmm.
that you don't have to obsess, and then it
Exactly.
just
Ex-
and in that regard the teachings of the Buddha becomes extraordinarily simple,
right.
all the way down to dukkha nirodha. That's just it. See the dukkha and there it goes, it's out. That's
Exactly.
the whole teaching of the Buddha.
Exactly. It's
I
just
like never mind, start again. Never mind is the waking up. The start again is coming
yeah.
back to the here now.
Yeah. Exactly. It's yeah. So it's nice. It's really nice. Yeah. So I feel like yeah, it's pretty refreshing.
Another little phrase like that would be note it well and let it pass.
No,
The
well.
note it well is the sati.
Mm,
See it
mm,
and then let it go.
and then let it go. Yeah, I feel like the one thing that I always keep in mind is yeah, like that story you told me about the arrow, right? The zen of firing an arrow, right? You aim and then that's it. Like you just let the arrow do it. That's it.
Just
You can't
let
you
the arrow
can't
fly.
control the arrow. That's yeah. So yeah, I was like, oh, pretty nice. So many. I've learned so many things. I was like, oh, this is so nice. Everything's coming together.
Everything begins to come together into, oh yeah, that's what life is all about. Is to come out of all of our misery and be happy, and we can do that.
Right.
And we can do that almost regardless of what job or profession or anything else that we have.
Mhm. Mhm. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, so today, yeah. I mean, besides all the recent stuff that's happening, I'm trying to remember. Generosity practice. This week. Did I tell you about the? Oh, I left a message right about the lady
Yeah,
that saw like many
yeah.
even at like a different subway stop, and she actually recognized me. I was like, whoa! And I was very happy because like I had rushed up the stairs the first time, and then I came back down. And so she was like, "Oh, bless your smile." It's like, "Oh, have a wonderful week." I was like, "Yeah, you too." Like, goodbye. And I was like, "Oh, wow." So that was also really nice. Um,
That's good. That's exactly why the benefit is there. That you gives you a sense of wealth and security and friendship and happiness. And now you have actually, without even noticing it, you have given Dhamma to this lady in the subway.
I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Um, yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, like, so today is probably like free form topic day because yeah, I don't have anything like in particular. Yeah.
But we've done so much, especially the past several days with your dad and whatnot.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, like, I think the next step for me is definitely also like just to practice with him, right? Because it's just like, I guess it's another dimension of practice, right? It's definitely one thing to, like understand that the practice really helps, but it's another thing, I mean, for me sometimes, slightly, you try to encourage maybe like 3, 4 times, and then you kind of get annoyed, like, oh my God, like why aren't you practicing? And that in itself is a practice for me, right? It's just to like, no, no.
Right, exactly. Exactly so. Exactly so.
So I'm just
So
like,
using him as an anchor for you to recognize, oh no, it's not his problem that I feel bad. This time it's me.
right? It's actually me. Yeah, so I hope to maybe encourage him to practice a little bit more. But like sometimes when I see it, is like, I'm kind of torn like between this, because sometimes I see like he's fine, he's like forgotten that he's, like he's, the fear hasn't come up, and what should I do sometimes? It's like,
That is amazing.
mhm.
You're saying that in the past 24 hours for your dad, the fear has not come up. It was about to kill him only 3 days ago.
Yeah, like sometimes he just forgets about it, so I just don't say anything. I was like, all right, like if he, no problems, so let it slide. Like, so sometimes in
Well,
those,
I could tell that he was getting it. In fact, he really liked the idea of the word emperor. I know that you were telling him that in Chinese,
oh,
but his whole face lit up. And after that, when he was talking about it, so that quality of being the king or being the emperor, that's something that's useful for him. And now that you tell me that it's actually part of your family heritage, that's why I can see that's why it's such a good anchor for your dad.
see, right,
So in that regard, that's the way that you want to help to remind him when he needs to practice
uh-huh,
is by saying, "Hi, Emperor," or
uh-huh.
"How's that Emperor going today?" or that kind of stuff.
I see. Yeah. I can call him like a prince or something like that in Chinese or something like that. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. Call him the Prince. Where's your teacher?
I yeah, I see.
So using your sati to help your dad is going to be extremely useful now that he's in the flow. Now that he's got the idea that he can come out of his fear
Mm,
and be happy and be the emperor.
right,
So
exactly.
he doesn't really need the formal practice. All he needs to do is to, for one thing, is for him to remember himself and for you to help to remind him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see. I see. Right. Okay.
And as you can tell, he's already had some major improvement. I'm really pleased.
Yeah. I'm hoping, yeah, I'm actually hoping this, like, that the Dhamma, like, spreads like a wildfire, like, here. That would be nice. If everybody got, like, a
It
little bit.
can. He
Yes.
can start spread. In fact, that would be marvelous for him to spend more time out and about in New York,
Hmm.
being joyful and spreading good cheer to all the people in the neighborhood of the new building.
Hmm. Gotcha.
Doormen,
I
the
see.
waitresses, the shopkeepers. He could do that. He could transform that whole community with his smiles and his joy if he could only remember to do that.
I know, right? Like, if you really, that's the hard part. It's just like, it's also like when I write code, it's like, if only I remember not to make these mistakes. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I think he's definitely making some progress. I encourage him to say, like, if you have any questions, you should just go and study for yourself, and if anything you don't understand, you should just come back and ask. I guess, like, and I've been basically encouraging him to do that. Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent.
gotcha.
Excellent. Well, this has been a really good report, Willie. I am so pleased that your family is gaining such benefit from the Dhamma. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So other than that, everything is going shipshape.
Great.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you check in later.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't think you need to check in every day, but I do want to see your dad again. Maybe the middle of the week or no. Yeah, right. It's
Okay.
today is Friday, I think.
Yeah. Today's Friday.
Saturday, right? So it's Friday night for you.
Mm.
So yeah, check in the middle of the week if you
Okay.
had.
Okay. Sure.
All righty.
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye.